America, what's up? So let's talk about the cowboy lifestyle. Country western, cowboy music, everything, chaps, cowboy hats. Let's talk about that for a minute, because this video is an educational video about where that lifestyle came from. When the Europeans came here from Europe, because we're all immigrants from somewhere, they mixed down here in Texas with the Mexican vaquero. The vaquero, vaca, is cow in Spanish. So the vaquero is a cowboy in Spanish. It translates to cowboy. That's where the word cowboy comes from, vaquero. There were no cowboys in Europe. There was no country music in Europe. So when they came here, when the Europeans came here, they mixed with, they saw the Mexican culture. They saw how the Mexicans were breaking the horses, and they learned that was the rodeo. Rodeo is not an English word, it's rodeo. So they also saw the hats, the chaps, the spurs. All of these things already existed when the Europeans got here. So they basically adopted or took this lifestyle and this hardware upon and took it for themselves and called themselves cowboys. And they initially took it from, they didn't take it from the Mexican culture, because the Mexican culture still coined all of these phrases and, you know, chaps and hats. Now, if you look at, if you're curious about it, look up Curious George, the little monkey with the yellow wearing clothes cowboy. Now, he had, back then they had 5-gallon and 10-gallon hats, right? But look at the 5-gallon and the 10-gallon hats. They look like sombreros, the Mexican sombrero. So that's where the cowboy hat came from, the Mexican sombrero. If you look at pictures of Pancho Villa, where he's sitting in the bush on a horse or whatever, he's wearing leather straps around from his knees to his ankles, and then he's wearing leather shoes. Those are the precursor to the cowboy boot, because back then they went through a lot of brush, so they had to wear this in order to protect themselves from the brush and from snake bites, because it was that common. That was the precursor to the cowboy boot. Everything comes from somewhere. Country music. Country music, if you listen to Roy Rogers and Gene Autry, the grandfathers of country music, it sounds like Mexican music. Literally sounds like Mexican music. Now, the accordion is not a Mexican created instrument. It comes from Germany. So Germans and Mexicans have been mixing for a very long time. So this is where the country western lifestyle comes from. Everything from cowboy hats to cowboy boots to the country music comes from Mexico. That's where it originated from. This is the history that we share together. I'm Hispanic, I'm not Mexican. I don't come from Mexico, but there's a long history. America is not aware and is not educated as to who we are. So I'm trying to show y'all that we have what we have in common is more important than what we do not. What we do not need is a bunch of paranoia going around saying, oh, these guys are aliens, these guys are foreign. Bro, you're wearing a cowboy hat that was given birth to from Mexico. You're listening to country music that was given birth to from Mexico. This is what we have in common, bro. We are Americans, all of us on one land. We need to be careful with what's going on in today's society with all the lunacy. Just get educated. Learn what we have in common. Don't focus on